Alright guys, we're back. We're going with some Coldfire Brew Co. This one is called St. James IRA or India Red Ale. So kind of like a hoppy red ale, if you will. So it says ruby colored with a rich malt character, finished with bold American hops. 6.1 right down there in the bottom. Let's give this thing a shot. I don't think I've ever tried anything from these guys. Not bad at all. I don't know why I went out of the can. I did have a glass over here. So let's go ahead and get a look at the color while we're at it. Might as well. And they weren't lying. Beautiful ruby kind of copper color. Very nice. Get a little bit of pine off the nose there. It definitely has a good hit of like caramel malt, but it has pine just laying on top of all of that. Not a lot of citrus. It's just like caramel sweetness, piney, resinous. It's nice. I actually really enjoy that. I wish more brewers would make stuff like that. Alright, we're continuing Stirling Week with Varen. This is in their mutton tallow. So most of their soaps are in their normal beef tallow, but a few of their soaps are in the mutton tallow, and this was made for a Dutch shaving forum. Don't remember which one it was, but Varen actually means fern in Dutch or German or Dutch. Anyways, so I actually really like this scent. It's green, it's wild, herbaceous, carnivorous. It's very nice. It's like if you were just standing smack dab in the middle of a live wilderness, you know what I mean? And everything's in full bloom. The fragrance of the wild is just bold and banging. And this one is bold and banging, no doubt about it. You kind of get a look at the soap there, the color, and you can see where I scraped it. And we got it already lathered up in our Lancaster Razorworks bowl. Good looking lather right there. And we're using our, there it is, Alpha Shaving Company. This is the Outlaw handle in red with a AP Shave Co. Gelousy knot on top. So let's wet the face and get right into this. I planned on using this yesterday and totally spaced it and ended up using a different soap. But really no big deal, because I'm using it today. I had a good day at work today. The wife got home last night, and she got home from Mexico, and so everything went good there. My beer Maol made it safe, except for one can. We had one casualty. But the rest of it made it safe. I was very thankful for her being a beer mule for me, bringing me some delicious Mexican craft beer, or cervezas artesanales. So yeah, look forward to those in the near future. The AP Shave Co. Gelousy Badger is just so luxurious. I really like this one. This is one of those jelly knots that I don't mind whatsoever. There's just, it has a perfect balance of the jelly to slimy ratio. And I don't think this one's super slimy, but it definitely has a little slime. Very soft. Absolutely soft tips, no scrub. But it's very nice. I like it. This is another one of those ones that will sort of eat your lather. So load heavy. The mutton tallow makes a fantastic lather. However, I know a lot of people say that they like the mutton tallow more than the regular beef tallow. And I at least like them equally, if not leaning towards agreeing with them on liking the mutton tallow just a little bit more. The only downside of the mutton tallow is that it has an inherent bass funk that I guess is just kind of hard to get around. And so there's not as many scent offerings in the mutton tallow formula because it's kind of harder to mask that inherent bass funk. And don't get me wrong, I smell no funk whatsoever in this soap. But, you know, Stirling has said that is the reason why there's less offerings in the mutton tallow, so. They're transparent, but at the same time there's nothing to worry about because they mask it. So we're using our North Shore Razor Customs, and this is a custom Schick Injector right here, black and red colorway. Looks like we got a Supply Injector Company blade in there with who knows how many uses. Schick Injector blades last so long, typically, that I don't even keep track of how many times I've used them. Very nice. The scent is definitely bold and banging, hopping off my lather into my nostrils. Beautiful. Very slick. I don't know if you guys could hear that banging in the background, but as I mentioned, my wife is home, and thus the constant sounds of not giving a shit about my videos have also returned. So, back to the regular scheduled programming there, without the peace and quiet. But it's all good. I'm very, very happy to have her back home. So fucking smooth. Just absolutely gliding over the surface of my skin. Zero resistance. If you are a big fan of Stirling and you've only tried their beef tallow, you need to give the mutton tallow a try, which is like lamb tallow or something like that, sheep's tallow. And give the mutton tallow formula a try. You owe it to yourself to try one of those ones and just see just how good the mutton tallow base is. It's absolutely fantastic. Like I said, as good, if not better. But same great Stirling quality. I mean, you can't go wrong. I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit more moisture on the face. Just going to kind of work that in. A little bit more on the neck as well. And then we'll get another lather going. The North Shore right here is absolutely flawless. I've had this razor for quite a while, but I think his name's Scott, if I remember correctly, did a fantastic job on that. I was aware of his work before he released this one, and then my boy Eric Duckfat gave me the heads up, actually. I was just minding my business, and I got an Instagram notification from one of my Instagram buddies, Eric, and he sent me a link to the North Shore Razors, one of their posts, and it was actually this injector. And man, oh man, he knows me well, because I didn't even reply before I bought it. I didn't say, hey, thanks for the heads up. I didn't, nothing. I was like, I cannot leave anything to chance. I must buy this immediately. And so glad I did. It speaks to my personality 100%. Black and red, Schick Injector, which is my favorite style of razor, and just a wonderful custom piece, high quality. So if you have vintages that you want to customize and, you know, make them your own, contact Scott. I know he does double edge, gem razors, certain Schick Injector styles, and he'll pimp your razor if you allow him. So, in a good way. That is just a wonderful lather, beautiful lather. That beer is pretty fucking good too. Like I said, I wish more brewers would make that style. I quite like it when the sweet, like caramel malts hit the bright and vibrant hops. That accord it's right up my alley. I love it. It's more old school, traditional IPA, but I like that shit. You could drink them a little bit warmer. You could still drink them cold, but there's definitely no harm, no foul drinking them a little bit warmer. All right. And once again, against the grain, so far is feeling just fine. Did pretty good right there. I think that thing is healing up. As long as I keep avoiding it, I think it'll heal up properly. So smooth. Let me know if you guys have tried vintage Schick Injectors, and what were your thoughts? I tend to find that people who haven't tried them, who finally give them a shot, fall in love with them. You know, and they either have a really poor excuse why they never tried them, like, I have to carry another set of blades. Like, that's what Chris Bailey said. I have to carry another set of blades, and I just don't have storage like that. Oh my god. What a shitty excuse. Of course, he has Schicks now, and he enjoys them now, but what a shit excuse. Sorry, Chris. You know how I feel. But they do have a little bit of blade choice, less blade choice than DE, but they have a little bit of blade choice. You could definitely do a little bit of testing to see what fits your preferences, your skin type, what have you. But I'm telling you, the way that they shave is fantastic, and I think once you give them a try, you'll kind of kick yourself in the ass for not trying them earlier. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Flawless shave. Let's get this beautiful lather rinsed off, and then we'll go into some post-shave, which yet again, I do not have a matching post-shave product, which seems to be the running theme with my Stirling shaves, is I only have the soap but not the matching post-shave. I think when I first got into wet shaving, my Stirling sets were complete, but then I gave them away to new wet shavers time and time again. And then when I repurchased those scents, I just bought the soap and I didn't buy the aftershave when I went through my second wave. And I'm not 100% sure why that is. Stirling does have a decent splash, but maybe at the time I just really wanted the soap and I didn't need the complete set. That's probably gonna trigger the living hell out of Joey, Lord Shady, my buddy, but there's certain ones that you just like them, you don't love them, so you don't need the full set, in my opinion. Especially when you can mix it with a similar aftershave in a different, from a different company. I also really like having matchy-matchy soap and aftershave, but not always necessary. And it's not always, like, viable, you know what I mean? Some sets are really expensive. Not from Stirling, obviously, but from other brands. Alright, I'll get the rest of that off camera. I'm gonna have another swig of this beer, though. I've been really enjoying this one. Alright. And this is the aftershave that I almost always choose with Varen. And this is Maol Grooming's Helioteris. This one, I believe, was gifted to me from Jack from the Virtual Groomroom a while back. At one point, a lot of people were talking about Maol or Maol grooming aftershaves as if they were the absolute best aftershaves on the market. It used to be a thing that I heard very often. And I'm sure people still feel that way. But for one reason or another, I don't hear about Maol grooming as much. I don't hear about them as often. But when I first tried this, and even to this day, gotta say, they are one of the nicer aftershaves I've ever tried. It's not my favorite, but there's no denying the post-shave feel after using some Maol grooming. And this one is also, it's not the same as Varen, but it's also a very wild, herbaceous green scent. And I love it. I love it equally. I think they are a perfect complement to each other. So I always pair them. And one of my Maol grooming aftershaves, this one is Okuma. It actually split on the cap. If you could see there's a split, making me waste some product. So something to keep on your mind. Don't over tighten this particular style of cap, because it looks like they might be prone to splitting under pressure and storage. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, guys, that was a fucking wonderful shave. That really invigorated me. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support as always. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.